Starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi, everyone. I want to welcome you to today's presentation. It's Nicole Peterson here, and I've got the pleasure of introducing you to our presenter today, who is the president of Vizionary, and as well as the global master distributor, Andy Morbitzer. So as most of you already know, Andy and I are, I guess you could say, partners in life as well as business in Vizionary. But what I can share with you is that he is probably one of the most genuine, authentic, honest people I know. Very down to earth. He's got one of the best sense of humors I know of, and that's why I think he's well loved by so many of you. But that's me. What I can say about him personally, which probably isn't enough. I could probably go on and on. But professionally, he's an industry-leading multi-million-dollar producer. He's got 15 years worth of networking experience, and he's also spent 20 years of his career in the investment and financial arena, kind of working in and around Wall Street. So he's actually perfectly suited to this industry of cryptocurrency and networking combined. So we're really pleased to have Andy presenting on today's call. And Andy, if you're there, the floor is all yours.
Well, thank you so much. I had no idea that you enjoyed my humor so much. Nevertheless, Nicole Peterson, thank you very much for all you do behind the scenes. And don't be fooled, she's an award-winning marketer herself. So welcome to Vizionary. If you've not been on the call, my name's Andy Morbitzer. Today we're going to introduce Vizionary. So if you're a new member and you don't know much about Vizionary, welcome. Today's call will be we will move towards shortening the calls on a weekly basis. We were given the idea to shorten it from really the staff and a lot of the members said we needed a shorter presentation. So here we go. Vizionary. What is Vizionary? It says it's a community that has come together with the same vision to change the world with unrivaled cutting-edge technology to protect your finances, profit from the greatest transfer of wealth in history. Well, what does that mean? Well, I just came from one of the greatest transfers of wealth in the 21st century. My travels have taken me from, Nicole and I went to a financial convention in Acapulco, Mexico, up to Toronto, Canada, and then unfortunately had to go solo, but we went and visited the Hong Kong office, Vizionary's Hong Kong office. And let me tell you what, this was last week, and I've not seen so many eager, hungry, motivated people that get cryptocurrency than I did in Hong Kong. Not only are they cash rich, the amount of money and the excitement that flowed through the Hong Kong office is like no other. I met people from Korea, Vietnam, Thailand, Hong Kong, China, and Vizionary is a buzz over there. So we've got momentum. We're breaking records as far as revenue and generation and mining and selling of software all around the globe. I mean, all that it takes really to get something off the ground is a couple of people that have the same mentality, the same mindset to make something happen. Well, understand that cryptocurrency is a digital payment solution that started, probably 7 years ago with a company or coin called Bitcoin. And so we set out to improve upon that and offer a distribution arm or a marketing arm of Vizionary. And so we started with a couple of people here and a couple of people there. Well, now 8-9 months later, we have a couple thousand people in Hong Kong, a couple thousand people in Europe, a couple thousand people in South Africa, a couple thousand people in the United States. My point is, we got a couple of thousands of people. We got tens of thousands of people. Now we've got a coin. We've got a platform that is absolutely a moneymaker. I've never seen in my 20 years, maybe 15, 20 years of network marketing where members are making more money than I've ever seen in network marketing. And the key to it is because at the end of the day, what we offer through Vizionary, you own, maintain, and control that asset. You're not selling a juice. You're not selling these little gadgety type products. This is money. This is big boy business. This is where the the elite of the elite come to play and make money and earn income. I'm meeting some of the top producers in the world in network marketing, and they're backing it up with their performance. The world has not seen a platform like Visionary. What it offers, what it does, the amount of money that it can make you, the amount of money it can save you, the amount of money that you can have in a digital form that nobody can touch but you. You own, control, and maintain it. I mean, what a better platform for making money, earning money, saving money, because within Visionary, you've got to understand we're a lot deeper than just mining a coin. We're building an ecosystem worldwide. We're building it with customers. We're building it with merchants. We're building it with members. And we're taking different products that we'll implement throughout the year that will be products of great need, of great value, because Visionary is a lot about diversification. Understanding cryptocurrency in and of itself. And that is the coin, Capricoin, that Visionary markets through the distribution arm known as Visionary. Understand that that is our anchor product. As we came out of the gate, we started to mine people, we started allocating Capricoin, but understand it's much bigger than that. We are going to continue to offer products in our ecosystem, whether that be a shopping mall, precious metals, whether we do anything, and all products that come into Visionary will have a defined benefit and value to a customer, a merchant, us the members. So there's going to be multiple ways to make money, multiple ways to save money, and maybe the most important thing is education on how to protect yourself, how to make money, of course, in the distribution arm, but cryptocurrency is that standard that all of us, for sure, all of our kids will see on a daily basis. And it's just not me talking. It's some of the greatest minds and businessmen around the world that have come out and said exactly those types of things. Bill Gates, for example, started in his garage. Who would have ever thought, however long ago that was, what, 30 years ago, 20 years ago, that Bill Gates could build a computer? Who would ever use a computer? He was laughed at. Nobody's ever going to use a computer. Nobody will ever use a computer and use it in their home. Wow, was everybody wrong? Well, take, for example, Bill Gates. The future of money is digital currency. What does he know that the masses don't know yet? Why am I so excited? Why is Nicole so excited? Because we're protecting ourselves. We're making great, great money on something we should be doing anyway, which is diversifying. But when I see somebody with the reputation and the big business acumen of a Bill Gates that comes out and says the future of money is digital currency, I've got to stop and take notice. I got to say, okay, what's he know that I don't know? Look at Bill Bonner, president founding of Agora Publishing, which is probably the #1, I guess, news, but not news. He predicts a lot of financial trends, and he's been right on from the collapse of 2008. He says digital currency is the first improvement in money in 5,000 years. Guys, understand how money has evolved. It started out with the precious metals. It went to multiple other things, from anything of value. It could have been from the Silk Road. It could have been cows. It could have been livestock. It could have been anything that had value back in the day. You could barter. Well, fast forward to the 21st century, it went from gold and silver to now somebody introduced paper. Oh, a couple of thousand years ago, some king said to the people, you know, I can't carry all this gold around, so I'm just going to write you a little IOU on a piece of paper and says, okay, this is how much money you have in gold. And the people accepted it. But back then, a piece of paper was worth the one piece of gold, a bit of gold. Move forward some more, up to 1971. Well, guess what happens? The US dollar, who was the reserve currency of the world, got depegged from the gold and has dropped in value 95% over the last 40 years. So currencies are dropping in value. You want to know what the #1 currency was that held its value last year? Cryptocurrency. You got it. It as a store of value, as an asset, as real property, it controlled or maintained its value more than any other currency on the planet. And you have here Bill Gates, you've got Bill Bonner, you've got all these people that are in the money industry saying, guys, diversify. This is what's coming. We're on the precipice of the biggest movement of money in mankind's history, because we know what happened with the paper currency. 4,000 of them in history have gone bankrupt. So what happens when something fails, something that's new and improved rises from the ashes? Well, what's rose and what's rising from the ashes is we the people. Technology has brought us to a place where we the people can own, maintain, and control our own currency without the banks, without the fees, without the ATM fees and the wire fees. We've been conditioned in such a way to use the money of the elite and pay the associated fees with it, but we don't have to. So Visionary is about using our own money. Visionary is about you taking control of your own life. Visionary is the platform and the distribution arm that's going to allow you to make money, that's going to make your dreams come true, ensure your wealth, give your kids a better place to live than what, well, we're experiencing at the moment. So all these high-profile people, another Virgin Galactic, you look at it, Richard Branson, billionaire. It may not be the perfect global currency of the future yet, but it's a pioneer of global currency. Understand that cryptocurrency knows no borders, knows no bounds. It's not controlled by one central authority. It's controlled by everybody and anybody. And collectively, as we use this money, you can position yourself right now to take advantage of that. Understand, think of a world where you're getting a little piece of the apple pie every time somebody buys a pie or buys a book or a vitamin or a phone or a pair of glasses, because you got to remember, the common denominator of what we do is money. Visionary is just happens to be the software company, and that's what you're buying. You're buying mining and time. That mining, that process, all cryptocurrencies go through a process called mining. And in essence, to simplify it all down, it really just converts an algorithm into a cryptocurrency. Or you could take your fiat currency, have some mining time, or get into the education platform, understand how to buy Capricoin external. Whichever way you do it, we offer both. It doesn't matter, because we know at the end of the day, whether the Capricoin's bought externally through an exchange, we're on 3 regulated exchanges, the very first MLM to ever do so, or if you come into Visionary, you learn the education, you buy it externally by yourself, or you do our mining packages. All of this activity, internal, external, additional products, everything that is used for with Capricoin in a perfect world would increase the value. Because understand, we're only going to allocate 200 million coins. So if you look at a mathematical equation, if you've got a variable, you have a constant. The variable is, well, of course, we don't know how many people are going to use the coin. The constant is how many coins we're going to actually distribute, 200 million. So it's without a shadow of a doubt, based on supply and demand, the usage of the coin is the vehicle that we are going to use and base our value off of. Because understand, most alternative coins, most cryptocurrencies they base our value off of their popularity through speculative investing. We want to hit the ground running with merchants, customers, have a rewards program, a cash back program to induce them into using our money, because we know the use of that money will inevitably increase the value of it. So position yourself now. Get these packages, get in, learn, diversify. I can't stress enough how important in this world that we live in, this challenging, volatile world in which we live, that you need to diversify yourself like last year. Visionary offers you how to do that. Do it quickly. Remember, at the end of the day, you own, maintain, and control your own portfolio, your own cryptocurrency, and at any time you can liquidate and cash out. Inflation, as I spoke of very earlier, the global economy. Currencies around the world are broke. Governments around the world are broke. learn how to not only survive the next decade or two, but profit from it. Visionary could be the biggest money maker in your life. We get paid, I don't know, something ridiculous amounts of money, multiple ways, from sharing it with other people, selling mining packages, building a group, training a group, mentoring a group. Every time that you sell a mining package, you get paid. Every time that you refer and build a team, you get paid. Every time that, my point is, there's multiple ways to earn with Visionary, and several of those, I think it's 4 or 5 different ways that you can get paid that doesn't require sponsoring of anybody. You got to remember, when you have the common denominator of Capricoin, all that we have to do is have a value and a benefit to the customer, which we do. We have to have a value and a benefit to the merchant, which we do. We've got to have a value and a benefit to the member of Visionary, spreading the word, and we do. And we're going to leverage that and make it very profitable for a lot of people that have struggled in network marketing. We're that company that, quite honestly, in my mind, it's the easiest platform I've ever had to work. I don't need a doctor. I don't need edification. I don't need to talk about cellular structure of the, everybody understands money. Cryptocurrency, they don't understand that term, but they do understand money. What we offer is international savings accounts. So when we look at inflation, our Capricoin, our cryptocurrency that we're marketing through Visionary, is inflation proof. We can't split our coin. We can't go to print more money. Our algorithm's set, and we're going to what they call, well, I won't get into too details, but we're going to do what they call mint 200 million coins. And that's it. So if we can't print more, and we can't produce more, and we can't inflate our cryptocurrency, the only reasonable thing that can go up is the value. So we have the platform, we have the education, we've got the know-how. I've got 3, 4 other different co-owners that are talented in their own rights in their own areas, that we will be that dominant, reliable, trusted coin moving forward. So inflation, I look at currency, we're well beyond inflation. We're flat out broke, period. And there's lots of people that are going to lose even more of their wealth if they continue down the same path they're going. Keeping large sums of money in the bank makes absolutely no sense. The bank at any time could seize that. You've heard of these bail-ins. These are governments that don't even ask you. They're just going to take your money. So why would you risk that? Put it somewhere they can't reach. Put it somewhere where you can make some money, where you can be in front of the growth curve, where you can make some money. That's what Visionary is all about. Okay, next slide. And let me see how I'm doing on time here. Okay, not so good. Okay, will my kids be better off? Absolutely not. The next decade or two, in my eyes, is going to be the most challenging, volatile, financial period in our lifetime. That'll probably go down in the history books. There'll be so many people caught unaware of what's happening. And guys, it's not happening like 10 years from now. It's happening right now. The millionaires of the world that I showed you, the Bransons, the Bonners, the Bill Gates, they all have cryptocurrency. They all have precious metals. I can guarantee you, billionaires are billionaires because they can see the future. They understand commerce. Guys, understand that 9 out of every $10 is moved digitally right now. The only difference between how we move it now and what we can move it to with a company like Visionary or a cryptocurrency like Capricoin is we, the people, own it, not one central authority or a bank. Nobody can shut it down. Nobody can close our ATMs. That's worth so much money I can't even tell you or put a value or a price on the value of having money that nobody controls but you. And to say that I can have a platform, share it with others, and make more money. It doesn't get any better than that. Okay, we know that there's a huge currency and debt crisis coming, but what can an average person do about it? Diversify. This slide is all about diversification. That's what Vizionary offers you. The products that we bring in the future, from precious metals to education to cryptocurrency itself, are all deemed real property. All are diversification, all ways for you to protect yourself, and great ways for you to earn money, earn commissions, save money, earn other people money, protect other people. That's what Vizionary is all about. We've created a way for ordinary people to stand or still transact, live their lives, move money around without going through the bank. And that's, we're on the precipice, guys, of the biggest movement of money in history. From the public sector as we know it, the banks, the stock markets, to the private sector. And the people in the groups that track this kind of money, last year, 2015, more money moved from public to private than any other year in recorded history. People are starting to wake up. We're growing in Vizionary so fast around the world. And from my travels around, there's people excited. There's people making hundreds of thousands of dollars already this year. It's only at the end of March. How are they doing it? They're sharing it with people. There's some distinct benefits that we offer, prudent benefits that we offer, things that people need to understand and do. And as a business income, as a moneymaker, I'll stick Vizionary up against any company out there. Plain and simple. Because at the end of the day, we'll win that battle. So what do we have? What are we doing? We're introducing a new global currency and digital payment solution with what we're going to call CAPRYCOIN. You see the cell phone here? That's going to be our marketing tool. We're going to use the vehicle to facilitate our movement or our money, and it's called a smartphone. It's called technology. And from just returning from Hong Kong, I can tell you that 9.9999 out of every 10 person had a cell phone and their eyes constantly on it. Every presentation I did, all the hundreds and hundreds of people that we saw at different meetings that we just brought in day after day after day, every single person, smartphone. Everything. And from anybody that's really 50 years and younger have a smartphone. It's the way the future will conduct business. We're taking e-commerce, telecommunication, cryptocurrency, and we ball that all up into a nice cash rewards program. We're using the most used item on the planet, which is a smartphone, and that's going to deliver our message. It's going to allow our merchants to talk to our customers. It's going to allow our members to talk to merchants and customers and move money peer-to-peer, person-to-person. We can do anything we want. We can add any product we want. Quit thinking linear. People think big. You don't understand. CAPRYCOIN is that common denominator. It's cryptocurrency. It's money. It's real property. You can get a piece of that. We put the control of the money back into the hands of the people. You own, manage, control CAPRYCOIN. And that's what it comes down to for me. Spending that many years in financial services, from everything you could imagine, from derivatives to securities to you name it, I know that the prudent thing to do, if I'm going to go look for a business, if I'm going to go try to go make some money, I do this full time. So when I looked at Vizionary for the very first time, it solved so many of my problems. It solved my fear of, oh my gosh, where am I going to put money that I know that could just disappear? I'm a firm believer that things head south this year. When I saw Vision, I said, oh wow, this is a great way to diversify. It's my money in digital form. There's no fees. I can transfer money anywhere. It's protection. It's the solution to commerce, government regulation, transaction fees. It's an international bank account. It's a store of value. And all that we need is a smartphone. Easy, simple, not cost prohibitive, very easy to understand. couple of presses of a button on your phone, and you can send money anywhere to anyone that you want to. And soon to be in the very near future, from any currency to any other currency. It'll be amazing. And as a business, it doesn't get any better. The opportunity to make money when your byproduct is money, it doesn't get any better than that. So, sorry, I've come back from Hong Kong with quite the cold, and I've not been well anyway. But what did we learn from Bitcoin? Bitcoin was the pioneer. We can't thank Bitcoin enough. But at some point, you got to kick the little bird out the nest. Bitcoin is the dominant coin, because right now all other altcoins, for example, are paired to the value of Bitcoin. So when you see all these exchanges, and you'll see Capricoin / BTC, that, like Bittrex, for example, that is a pairing, meaning when we go in to acquire our Capricoin, we must buy Bitcoin first. So that increases their volume, because our members are using Bitcoin to buy, ultimately, Capricoin. It's our vision at some point in time to have our own transmitting ability, to have our own exchange, to have other coins paired to Capricoin, to build our own ecosystem, maybe bring on additional altcoins in the future that are paired to Capricoin. This is much bigger than just Vizionary. Oh, it's a mining company, we're going to get some Capricoin. Have no mistake about it, folks. We're going to build this platform for the long haul. We're going to bring on products that you simply can't deny. There'll be values and benefits and savings and earnings that you won't be able to say no to. If you were smart and you were engaged in building a business, you'd be doing it feverishly right now. I know some of the people that are coming into Vizionary right now, the talent of some of these people. Guys, you better go get your piece of the pie, and you better go get it now, because this thing is moving quickly, very fast. We're breaking every company record that we've had, whether it be individual people sponsoring, building a team. We're going to announce the qualifications here for the yearly trip. We're going to do some other incentives. We're going to bring on additional products. Nicole and I are heading to Panama here in the next couple weeks to vet out and finalize some precious metals. Guys, it doesn't get any better than this. If anything, I see a lot of people out there that, talk down about Bitcoin. Not for a second, guys. Understand our industry. There's very, very few major players in an $80 trillion industry. Take, for example, nutrition or juices and all this other stuff. You're in competition with thousands of other, well, let's just start with thousands of other network marketing companies. First of all, why would you start a business in competition with companies that have been established for decades? I won't even talk about the efficacy of the product. I'm just talking about business. What is the greatest advantage to cryptocurrency? It's a brand new market. It's virgin in nature worldwide. The sky's the limit. You can make as much money as you want, and you have damn near no competition anywhere. You certainly don't have 1,000 other MLMs pitching, whatever it is, anti-aging or oxidation or whatever they all say. Guys, you can be your own boss. You can be your own general. You can have a piece of this $80 trillion market. Talk about passive income. Every time somebody would use Capricoin, you get paid, whether that be directly, indirectly. It doesn't get any better than that for passive residual income. People spend money inherently. They don't have to go to a website and go buy a jar of this or a jar. They do it without hesitation. We want to make it so easy, so simple for them to use our currency, to use our methods, to be rewarded in our system, that they don't even know that they're spending money. And we're going to get paid every time that happens. This isn't about upline, downline, sideline. This is collectively by the use of the Capricoin, by the use of marketing strategies, by commissionable value with all the different products. We build an ecosystem that everybody uses, everybody benefits, and the ultimate result is a favorable valuation on an external exchange, because we're all going to keep some Capricoin long term and hold them, and then we're going to take a portion, you know, 10, maybe 20% of them, and we're going to use it, and we're going to build this ecosystem and take advantage of those benefits. So we're going to help ourselves. So it doesn't matter if there's a guy in Taiwan buying a pair of shoes, it has that effect on the value of the Capricoin. That's where supply meets demand and demand meets supply, and that's an incredible business model. So we thank Bitcoin. Now, have we improved upon it? You bet you. We can do it faster, cheaper, and less expensive than Bitcoin. But without them, who would have known? I mean, that's why we're a second generation coin. Bitcoin, here you go. I know that their volume last year doubled. I know that their penetration into merchants increased by 100,000 merchants. I know there are well over 400,000 companies worldwide that accept Bitcoin. Understand the future is shapeshift, what they call any cryptocurrency being able to be converted into any other cryptocurrency and or any other fiat currency. We are making the transition from paper money, which is old money, to new money, which is the future, and it's called cryptocurrency. It's called Capricoin. And it's going to be marketed through a strategic distribution arm called Vizionary. And those visionary spots right now in genealogy, get one fast, because they'll be worth a lot of money in the very near future and will continue to be very valuable for the long haul. So you have the best of both worlds. It insures your money. It gives you a plan B. It gives you an income stream. It gives you diversification. All of these things are representative of what Vizionary, and then ultimately by securing and acquiring Capricoin, what that allots you. Become global. Become worldly, people. You've got to have assets outside of your home country. You've got to have currency outside of your home country. These are basic fundamental things to really take advantage of the next decade, because the next decade is wide open. You can make unlimited amounts of money, all the while you insure your own money, protect your money, and diversify yourself. Okay, let's get on to some more slides here. This slide is in here because it represents that a guy that at the ground floor opportunity of Bitcoin, when it first started, it looks like $26 turned into about 850,000. Well, he happened to be in the right place at the right time with an unknown technology. What we offer to you is being at the right place at the right time with a known technology. It's a disruptive technology. It's called blockchain, and that's what cryptocurrency is. It's a blockchain. It's a payment processing system. Can I guarantee that if you put in $26, it's going to work 850,000? Absolutely not. That would be ridiculous. But I can tell you there's an $80 trillion market out there just waiting for somebody to go get the lion's share, make thousands of millionaires. Because why? Bitcoin didn't have 10 or 20,000 members. Bitcoin didn't have a cash rewards program. Bitcoin didn't have merchants, customers, members. Bitcoin didn't start out in 50 different countries in the first 8 months and growing. We do. We are going to be a dominant coin in this space. Have no doubt about it. That's where we're going. And it's others that need to try to catch up, because we're penetrating markets, we're moving mountains, and we're making a lot of people a lot of money. Now, and one of those people that were great in articulating, facilitating, and understanding and helping with our needs was a gentleman I met on a three-way call, actually, for a network marketing for Vizionary. He was a cryptocurrency so-called expert, because I had talked to several of them, and I was on the hunt looking for who could we find that actually knew what they were talking about cryptocurrency. And a fellow by the name of Gary Connor landed in my lap. We had an initial three-way call, many calls thereafter, and the man knows about cryptocurrency. He's our advisor. He's also chief editor, CEO of Altcoin Today. Great guy. personable guy. Nobody dislikes Gary. He'll make you laugh. He's a great guy, and he's been a great asset to Visionary and the structuring of our proof of work and proof of stake coin with Capricoin. So if you're all listening, Gary, thank you for all that you do. And what really gave us the validity that we needed, Gary was the one that helped us get on the external exchanges. We're on 3 regulated external exchanges. This isn't some hodgepodge coin or token or some nonsense that some of these companies are throwing out. We can verify our blockchain. We can verify our external exchanges. If you put money in with Visionary, you can take it all out the next day. If you can't meet those 3 minimum requirements in this network marketing space that sells cryptocurrency and mining, then you're not a cryptocurrency. Let's just be clear on that. So we were the first and only at the time MLM to have it, cryptocurrency on the external exchange. So we're breaking records. We are the industry leaders when it comes to network marketing and strategizing with these coins. So what we have in the future, I mean, we've got an external value right now at about 80 cents. We haven't even released our mobile apps. Tahir Ali, our strategic partner at Topsites, has done a wonderful job on bringing along our technology. We have our technology in-house. It's not a third party, because that can be dangerous sometimes to have a third party that could really goof up everything. So he has a vested interest in Visionary and what will be our payment processing and our global payment system in CapriPay. Tahir Ali and his staff and his group, the Androids and the Apple apps for Visionary are done. Some of the CAPRYCOIN apps are done, but all of this will be done. And then we'll approve upon it as the year goes. But in the next 30 days or so, we will have a firm understanding of how we're going to move forward with precious metals in the very near future. So real quick, you always want to know who you're doing business with. From on your screen left to right, the very first guy I left, he's the CFO, Chief Financial Officer for Visionary, Ladislav Pastor. He's from Slovakia, or no, Hungary, Slovakia. But nevertheless, very talented guy in the retail space. He handles all of our finances. He does all the penetration, all the credit card, all those types of things. Very successful businessman in retail, had I think 82 retail stores throughout Europe. And he will be an integral part of the mega shopping center that we bring on in the future. That where it will be everything CapriPay, everything Capricoin will be bought and sold with CapriCoin. And then you have our founder, Freddie Berg, out of Norway. He had the original idea and plan of this Visionary. And then you have myself here. I'm just a guy trying to get through every day like you and everybody else. And then to my right, one of my best buddies in network marketing. He usually shoots things that are brand new my way. Jesper Benson from Denmark. So here we've got a guy from Slovakia, a guy from Norway, a guy from the US, a guy from Denmark, and to here right now, when I met him, he was living in Spain, and now he's in the UK. And we have our staff of tech and support out of Riga, which is in Latvia. So we're very worldwide with a lot of different ideas and a lot of different processes that work in different markets and different areas. So collectively, we've got 100 years in network marketing and more than that in business. And you bring all that kind of talent and all those kind of ideas together, you're going to build something wonderful, something profitable. So those are the owners of the co-owners, and there's Tahir as well, but he's not pictured here. Nicole and I originally flew to Spain just to look at the opportunity and maybe consider me being the master distributor, because there was a couple of years ago that I said I never want to be an owner, I never want to be a master distributor again. I've done it a couple of times and it's exhausting. It's a lot of work. And now that I'm over 50, I was like, I didn't know if I had it in me, but I flew to Spain. Nicole and I, we met the other guys. We looked at the business plan, the overview of where this is, and we immediately got energized. We got very excited. We at that time didn't even understand the scope of Visionary and where it's going. But now that we've been in and we've looked at it for 8 months, We've made some improvements and some changes to the platform. The sky's the limit. You can make as much money as you want here. We certainly are taking advantage of it. It's never been better. Like I said, we're breaking company records. So that's the ownership. What else we got? Okay, ways to earn. 5 ways to earn without sponsoring. You can earn when the value of Capricoin goes up. There's a process called staking where you get rewarded for confirming transactions. The retail platform we're building right now, 20 to 40% bonus. If you mine, meaning when you buy a software package and you mine, there's certain criteria that if you mine enough, you're going to get 20 to 40% bonus for mining. It's a little reward that we give the people who consistently mine on a weekly basis, because we don't have an auto ship. We're not going to force anybody to do anything they don't want to do. I don't believe in auto ships. If you have to force somebody to buy your product because you have a distribution model around it, that's the wrong model. I can tell you that those types of models, those mandatory auto ship, product-based platforms fail. How do I know? 10 years ago, I had 1.1 million active affiliates in 4 different companies that were all product-based mandatory auto ships, and the recession ate them up. I constantly had to sponsor and sponsor and sponsor and sponsor and sponsor, and I could barely keep my head above water and maintain status quo. That's a lot of work. There is no residual passive income unless you're one of the very few people in the world, like the top 0.11111% of the people. If not, you're always working. I wanted something that I could build once, make money for the rest of my life. And that common denominator, that success, the best position that you could possibly be in, and is when your byproduct is money. Everybody uses money. You don't have to explain it. It's used daily. It's an $80 trillion industry. If you don't get it, you better learn real quick. Those are the different ways you can make money without sponsoring. And then there's 7 ways that you can make money just to get started. You can get money when you bring on other individuals. You can make money when on direct sales of products. You make money in the binary. You make money on matching bonuses, meaning all the leaders that you bring in, any monies that they make in the binary, you're going to get a 5 or a 10% matching bonus. And we're finding out that to be very, very lucrative. So if you're a big network marketer and you see that there's a matching bonus and you can go to work and sponsor, sell a whole bunch of mining packages and software, well, let me tell you what, this isn't a one-time matching bonus. It's a weekly bonus that you get paid every week, 5 generations deep. That's crazy. We're only eight months into this, and we get paid on hundreds of people every week, 5 or 10%. So it's a networker's dream. There's just so much money to be made. It's kind of silly money. Customer bonus. We'll get into all that, where you get bonuses for bringing on customers, bringing on merchants. And then CAPRYCOIN loyalty program that we'll announce here and launch. But when you add all that up, there's 12 different ways that you can make money. But the most important thing I think about Visionary is not maybe so much earning the money. And I know that's hugely important, because when you make good money, you can do a lot of things. But to me, I'm at that stage in my life where I've made the money. My drive, my passion is saving the money, passing the money down to kids, loved ones, generational wealth. Having the ability when things all around the world seem crazily hopeless and in dismay and volatile and bankrupt and insolvent, I can sleep at night. I've got insurance called digital currency, Capricoin. I've got assets that I don't care what's going on. I've got a plan B. I can liquidate anywhere, anytime, in any currency, period. That's maybe the best way that we get paid. There's also other ways that that we'll get paid through when we bring in, we'll build the educational platforms, the precious metals platforms. So the ways that we earn will increase. We're at 12 different ways right now, and that will easily be 20 different ways in the coming months. So the money's here. Now, mining packages. I won't get into details with this. Get with your upline sponsor. Just know, guys, that the educational package that we offer for free within Visionary can easily support the cost of any of these packages. I can't tell you how many times in network marketing I've gotten to a company where I've spent $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 and got absolutely nothing but the right to be called a member. When you look at what we offer and you look at the value proposition of these packages, every single dollar that you put into Visionary, with the exception of 47 euro, goes towards our product, which is mining software. That's going to allocate you coins. That's going to give you an education on how to diversify, how to acquire coins, how to open up an international savings account. It's easily worth the price of admission. We don't even have to do that. We could say that's just to get in. That's just to open the door, to look at the food in the pantry. You're not allowed to open any of the crackers or soups unless you pay more. But we didn't like that. We wanted to actually have a value to our packages, not just a membership fee. You know, people say, oh, well, it's just a Ponzi scheme. Well, here's why that's not true. If that were true, you'd get nothing for these packages. We certainly couldn't afford to pay commissions, certainly couldn't afford for you to mine and offer the product if this was a Ponzi scheme. If we're building a Ponzi scheme, we're building it the exact wrong way to make money for the corporate company. Because that's taking, you know, new money to pay old money. Here, it's all the same. I don't care if you got it in 6 months ago or if you got it in yesterday. That mining time, you're still buying that mining time. It's still there, hasn't gone away. We're still paying out commissions. We've never missed a commission run. You'll never hear anybody missing commissions, not getting paid. We don't have those problems. The most valuable thing that you can get is to hold your place in genealogy at whatever level that is that you can afford, or whatever means you have, or whatever you've set aside to start a new business. This is a turnkey worldwide marketing platform at your disposal. It's going to allot you some education and some insights that are invaluable. You couldn't pay enough for what we're going to share and what we do share and the products and services that we offer. Okay, I went well over, but that's the way it goes. Business strategy. The easiest way, guys, and when I tell people, and they always say, Andy, how do I get started? How do I structure my business? Well, if it was me, you need to set your budget. What's your budget? Where do you want to come in at? Take that budget. If it's 3,000, then divide it by 3. You're going to get one top spot, one to the left and one to the right. Preferably gold or above, but you can get there or what have you. But it's very easy. This comp plan is easy as 2 who get 2. And really in your very first week, you want to have what they call silver mining packages, 297 euro. You want to put 1 left and 1 right. That's all the qualification there is with Visionary comp plan. That's it. To earn money in the binary. 1 left, 1 right at the silver value package or mining package or above. Repeat, wash, repeat, wash. That's all. Find 2, get 2, get 2, get 2. That's it. And if you can do that, you're going to earn about 12 different ways. It's that simple. Don't make it more complicated than what it is. It's that simple. Now, the more people you share with it, the more money you can make. But is it the end all be all? No. Duplicate this process for 11 weeks. Assist 2 members to sell 2 silver mining packages. And if you do that, you'll have over 4,000 members in 11 weeks. You would have earned over $75,000. So who out there doesn't know 2 people who want to diversify into an international savings account that's been deemed by the IRS, deemed by the SEC as real property you own, maintain, and control it? How hard is that? All they've done is taken some fiat currency and put it into digital currency in a different form that they own, man, and control. Tell me you can't find two people. It's not any more difficult than that. If you can do that in 11 weeks, you'd have 4,000 members. You'd earned over 75,000. I don't know who put these numbers together, but I'll trust for what they say now. Now, is that a guaranteed? No. Can everybody do that? No. But what we wanted to do was make it as easy and as simple as possible to put people in the best possible situation, the best position to save money, earn money, diversify, but also make money in the distribution arm. Because when we first went to Spain, Nicole and I, we had to tweak the comp plan a little bit. We had to tweak the company a little bit. We only went over looking as a master distributor, and that was a big if. I was negative. I was like, oh, Jesper, I don't know. You know, I've looked at so many of the, and then he said cryptocurrency, and then he had my attention because I knew what cryptocurrency was. And I went, oh, yeah, I'll take a look. And I took a look. That prompted the trip to Spain. Now, once we got to Spain, we said, okay, what's the problem in network marketing? The problem is 97% of the people fail. They don't make any money. How do we change that? We change that by making it as easy as possible with minimum sponsoring requirements. And hey, at the end of the day, instead of filling your garage up with a bunch of nonsensical juices, why don't you fill your vault up with some, what do they call them? The little memory sticks, where you can have real property, where you can buy and sell goods and services, where you can have an international savings account at your disposal. And I said, oh, see, why we're so successful and why we're growing so rapidly in the industry of network marketing? Because the majority of the people that come into Vizionary make more money than they spend. And how is that? Because really, in Vizionary, do they really spend money? Yeah, they spend money to convert fiat currency into a digital currency. It's still their money. You get it? There's already people maxing out the comp plan at $32,000 a week. Think about that. We've only been open 8 months. There's people maxing out the comp plan. I was on a call this morning with a couple of leaders. You know, there's people coming on from India. There's people coming. South Africa's growing by leaps and bounds. The United States by leaps and bounds. We got a Korean group starting, a Thailand group starting, a what was it, Vietnam group starting. Guys, a couple thousand people here, a couple thousand people there. In multiple countries, big countries, with lots of network marketers. This thing's set to explode, I'm telling you. And then lastly, mind your own business. Open an international digital savings account today. That's what it's all about, guys. You have to learn. Majority of millionaires on the planet did so by experience. They failed so many times that they finally got it right and understood something. I've been there, I've failed. I've been damn successful at other things. First time I took a shot at network marketing, it was a nutritional. I think the company's still open and active, but the more I learned, the less I wanted to do that. I truly, my passion is wanting to help people. I wish I could just open up my brain and show you and tell you everything that I see coming down the pipe that's going to affect the way that we live, the way that we transact, the way we buy goods and services. It'll affect every aspect of our life. Now, either we can be a victim of those changes, or you can educate yourself and capitalize on it, because that's what the millionaires do. They see a need. There's always a problem, there's always a solution, and there's always a call to action. And the ones that see the solution to the problem first are the ones that are going to make all the money. That time, that period is right here, right now. Cryptocurrency, as far as usage in this $80 trillion business is about 1% and growing rapidly daily. More and more money is transacted through blockchain technology than ever before. More than the day before, more than the day before. And it keeps growing. It's growing popularity. It has penetrated the masses. Here with Capricoin, our coin, relatively new with the strategic marketing, we've only dispersed about 10% of our coin. So the time is here, the time is now. The decision is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to protect yourself? Are you going to take action? Or are you going to sit around and complain with your head in the sand and do nothing and risk losing what some of you would probably have worked your whole life for, be exposed, have no insurance, have no plan B? You can do that, but it won't work out well for you. I think of it this way. At the end of the day, it's still my asset. You insure every aspect of your life. I don't care if it's your villa, your vineyard, your boat, your cottage, your house, your home, your health, your mortgage. All those are insurances in case something goes bad. If nothing goes bad, okay, you had insurance, no harm, no foul. But with our financial insurance, hey, if things don't go bad, you can always liquidate your cryptocurrency. Hopefully this message today finds you well. If you're new and you're looking for a fantastic opportunity, a great way to make money, save money, earn money, and help others along the way, Vizionary is it. We're going to be an entire ecosystem with multiple products, all based on the common denominator of movement of Capricoin to build value. So with that said, Nicole, unless you have something else, I know I was supposed to keep it to 30 minutes, but you know how that goes.
Yeah, 1 hour again, but that's okay. I think you did a great job, and I just wanted to thank you for everything that you do. I know you keep the members, you know, the training calls that you do every week, you keep everybody informed, as well as on the management side, everything that you do to ensure the success of Vizionary. So we're all grateful for you. So thanks very much, and I guess that's it. Everyone have a great evening, and we welcome you to Vizionary.
Thanks, Nicole, and all that you do. Appreciate it.